collapsed in the 10th round, went into a coma.
On another one at super bantamweight, Spencer Oliver from Barnet, North London, professional debut.
The day of the weigh-in, you get on the scales, you'll be like 8 stone 12, say. So then you'll be skipping, doing all this, losing all the weight, strip down, wrap yourself in foil to get the last bit out. And it's like now 10 o'clock and I'm weighing 8 stone 10. And I go, right, brilliant. Weigh-ins at 6 o'clock tonight. So you can't have anything all day and you strip yourself down. And that was the reasons for it. So when you lose so much weight, your brain's like in a cushion of fluid, isn't it? So when you strip right down, that cushioning goes, so the brain starts knocking against the skull. And you've got thousands of blood vessels in and around the brain. It's at Royal Albert Hall. And it was like my 4th defence of the European title, I think it was. And it was like a routine defence. And I had problems outside of that. I didn't want to go through with it. And we were struggling with the weight. And they said, nah, I'll be fine. This guy, I'd beaten people that had beaten him. And I got caught in the first round and dropped. And I had a heavy nosebleed, but that was from where a blood vessel sort of snapped in my brain. And the blood was coming out. And so as a fight wore on, I collapsed in the 10th round, went into a coma, woke up 2 weeks later in a hospital bed where they drilled in here, like, took this part of my head off, sealed the blood bleed, put it back, stapled it back together. And I woke up at National Neurological Hospital in Queen Square. I'm looking around and I thought, shit, I must be in the dressing room, I must have got knocked out. I still thought I was at the Royal Albert Hall. I'm looking around and I've got this doctor here and he said, do you know who this is? I've got this machine in the basement keeping me alive, so breathing machine, nodding my mum, and I don't think what's going on. Then they're putting ballpoint pens in my hands and my feet and everything was reacting. 2 days after being in a coma, I was in a coma for like 2 weeks, but 2 days after being in a coma, my pupils stayed dilated. So when they were putting the torch in my eyes, there was no reaction. So the doctor thought that I was blind and paralysed down my left side. And that's why they was going through all these things. And then 3 days after coming out of the recovery, they said, right, Spence, we're going to get you up. They took the catheter out and whatnot. And I was still unaware of what was going on because I was heavily drugged up and whatnot. So I'm there saying, don't worry, you've had a bad accident. It's going to be all right. And I'm thinking, shit, I must have been knocked out. It's going to take me a year to recover. I just turned 23. He said, look, we're going to get you up. We're going to start you walking today. And I'm like, brilliant, let's go. So last thing you remember, I'm going into the Royal Albert Hall in front of everyone doing this, thinking, right, it's going now. I've got out of bed and they put me on the Zimmer frame and I'm going, oh, my legs are not working. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm doing this. And then the rebuild was from there, really.
I remember the news about the fight. And you being in the coma. I don't remember any of that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. When I was obviously, I had to go through this process of learning to walk and talk again.
Right. How long did rehab take?
Probably about a year. But I had memory loss and whatnot, which took time to rebuild. The first time I went to the toilet unaided, basically, with just my little frame, I went in there and I looked up and there was a mirror on the wall. I hadn't seen this, and my hair was like it is now, but it was shaved down this side. See, look, there's a hole there, like where they drilled in. Yeah, you see that? Yeah. My head was swollen. I had these staples going right around, 98 staples going around my head, and that's when I was like, shit, I need to get myself back together. Boxing becomes secondary then. That was the rebuilding process from that.